I don't have time to play.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Cross-up blocked. Track that jump nicely. Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. Tries to bait him with the projectile. The impact gets blocked. Drive impact is blocked, but takes a bite out of the drive gauge to apply some pressure. Does a good job of pushing back. Gets out of the corner and creates some distance. Anticipates the overhead. They break things off to take a quick breather. A good chance here to recover the drive gauge or figure out the next step. Big counter. Sticks the combo. Combo with the target combo. Knockdown. Throws them to negate the block. Player one creates a good corner opportunity. Both can end the round now, and the drive gauge disparity may come into smart use of the invincibility on the overdrive tensor. Player two finishes with the throw. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Jumps? Can't tech the throw? Takes advantage of the hesitation and gets some good damage in return. Max SA gauges, unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. Both fighters planning something? Player two needs the blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. This is gonna hurt. Flashes him. Looking to impress with this super. Oh, let's go. Burnout activates. What a finish. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow up here? Hazachi threw him off with the overhead. Box him with a target combo. Deal some damage with that quick combo. What's going to follow the combo? Great block on that ambiguous cross-up. Track that jump nicely. With the throw. Player two is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. Gets back into the corner with pressure building. Heading into the end game now. It gets Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. From up above. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Not having the cross-up. Blocks it well. Smart throw, that'll do more damage than usual. Player one can't use any drive moves without burning out. Medium kick hits. Shows a medium kick, experiencing burnout. Player two in dire straits with burnout. Barely blocks the jump in. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Throws them. Smart play with the throw. This can lead to some big damage. Both absolutely refusing to give up ground. Fight back sneaks in the throw. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to hit the drive. Baits out the low kick. We're just getting started. Sets up with the jump in. Player one needs to use the front of the corner. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Ooh, what a smart throw. This will lead to some big damage. Trust the fireball to continue their hold over their zone. Gets into perfect fireball range. What are they gonna do? Keeps them out. Are we gonna see a comeback here? This is so reads the jump in perfectly. A real test of nerves here. Great job in escaping that corner pressure and moving back to center stage. Sees the overhead coming. Going in. Slick overdrive Kento there to call them out. What are you jumping in for? Player 1 gets the win in a convincing fashion.
Comes a new challenger.
Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Put one in the pocket. Gets a good read on their opponent. Gets through the opening. Staves off the cross-up. Goes for the fireball. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are they in trouble here? Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. This is the range where things get messy. KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Sees the overhead coming and blocks it. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Can't tech the throw. Good work staying in throw range there. This is the ideal range to utilize the fireball game. Knockdown and the low heavy's blocked. Punch smash. KO. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Jumps. Hits them with a stop and pop. Blast them into orbit. There's the burnout. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Spends it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it. Look at the overhead, but it won't work. What? Oh my, the throw tech. Here comes the corner pressure. Player 1 still has a chance to get them with a quick low kick. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Good old slaps. Hits them with a stop and bop. I can't keep track of these corner switches. He does not want to get stuck in the corner. Player 2 has the life lead. They block the overhead and blocks the jump in. Can they convert this punish counter opportunity into something? Sticks the combo. Opts for the throw to close it out. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Sees the overhead coming and blocks it. Player 2, there's a wall splat. They can't do anything now. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Scrapping it out up close. From upstairs. Smart play with the throw. Charges forward. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Super art on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Notice overhead, but it won't work. Looking for a hold. Comes crashing down. Oh my, the closes it out. brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
comes a new challenger.
Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Gotta do this. Come on.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Tries to get a breather with a projectile. Denying them a breather there with a long-range fireball. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. Knockdown. Deal some damage with that quick combo. Decent damage. What's next? Clear that neither of them wants to be in the corner. Knockdown. Player one creates a good corner opportunity. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Lands the forward throw. The corner pressure continues. A little too greedy there. Gets the jump in. Player two in trouble with no... burnout activates. Oh God, this is tense. The kick hits. Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Sees the overhead coming and blocks it. Nice double lariat. The throw whips. Player two has a slight life lead. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Jumps up. Creates an opening with a low heavy. Max SA gauges. Unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. Jinrai kick for a mix-up. The low kick hits. Impact squashed. You've got to be mindful of reaching. Knockdown. They're in there. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. A parry? Are they trying to bait a throw? They may have something up their sleeve. Level 3 super! Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Player 2 didn't rely too much on drive in that last round, but they may be looking to mix things up. Knockdown! Here comes the mix-up! Player big time win! Okay, here we go. Super hard incoming. Bring in the heat. Uh-oh. This would really tip the scale. Bet that hurt. Good presence of mind. Ooh, what a smart throw. Amazing. Hugs nothing but air. Player crowns him from above. Low heavy. What will be the follow-up here? Player 2. Are you kidding me? Player 2 clinches the win! But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that.
Round one.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Solid anti-air. Sets up with the jump in. Jinrai kick for a mix-up. Player 1 has a slight life lead that they may sit on. Time to sit on the lead. Decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances. Backs them into the corner. They're barely hanging in there. Can they hold out any longer? Life lead opens up. A little too greedy there. KO. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Brushes that off and keeps going. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. They're still feeling each other out, looking to plan them with a pile driver. Both fighters planning something? Gotta be careful not to whip at this. Target locked and scoop. Jumps in. Goes for the jump in. What'll happen here? The low heavy connected? This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that firework. The match just started. It's anyone's game. Still plenty of time left. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Player 1 does them dirty. Excellent jump in. This could really tip the scale.
Your great test up!
Player 2 is mounting a comeback. What else is up their sleeve? Oh, putting the cherry on top. They're gonna teach you a lesson here. To play with fire, you're gonna get burned.
Bet that
A
hurt.
real test of nerve here. Fights back with authority. Overhead, but it won't work. It is over. Player 1 is a force to be reckoned with. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Sees the overhead coming. That combo did decent damage. Scrapping it out up close. Low heavy hits. Mix up income. Picks up some damage with a long-reaching attack. Limited resources at hand right now. Gets the jump in. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive target locked and gets them? Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Blocks the low heavy. From up above, you can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. A little too greedy there. Good job escaping that dangerous corner situation. Player 2 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Big throws. Player sees the overhead coming. They're going for the super art? No, are they actually dead?
Let's go!
And it's just enough. Solid read on the bars. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
comes a new challenger.
This is a mirror match, which means it's not just about the win, but about your pride as a player too. This is a must-win fight. All right, first round, what's going to happen? Decides to go in with the target combo. Those aren't working here. Reads the throw and shuts it down. Player one has the life lead. Grabs him. What's the play here? This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Oh, whiffs the throw. Sees it coming and blocks it out. You can block impacts, but you're gonna lose some drive gauge when you do. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Combo with the beats it up with a combo into super. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. And the throw ends the round. Player one on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Slips the grab. That tech's what you get when both sides go in on the throw. Good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. Player one is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. You've got to hit them with a stop and pop. Drive gauge is looking bad. What do they do now? Attack, defend, anything can happen in this situation. Player one in dire straits with burnout. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Ooh, does them dirty. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong. There's a burnout. Breaks through with the throw. Player one comes away with the win. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Breaks those shins. Holds out with the block. Throws them to negate the block. Steps in for the throw. Not so fast. Decides to go in with the target combo. What are they thinking here? Gets the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player one chases them down. Sticks the combo. Gets them. Player one on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. The drive impact whiffs. Are they ready to punch? Hits them with a stop and pop. Uses the target combo as a fill-up. Experiencing burnout. Player two has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue to fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. They return to center stage. Dashes up. Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. Finishes it with the anti-air. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Immediate jump in. Barely blocks the jump in. Brushes that off and keeps going. Player one will need to do a better job of utilizing their drive gauge if they want a different result than last round. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. Tries to act quickly but whiffs the attack. Handle with care. You can't drop drive impacts. Good job escaping that change. Crowns him from above. Who will set the bait at this range? Out of range. Relatively safe. Dangerous situation here. Just goes for it at this range. Uh-oh. This could really tip the scale. Super! That's what we wanted. The drive impact doesn't work. Player one needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity. Tons of space between the fighters now. What are they cooking up? A projectile to say, get off! Fireball pressure, trying to wear down the opponent. Parries the fireball. Gets into perfect fireball range. Big parry. Things are very tense as drive impact misses. Player one has dropped that off. Player one may be able to pull a fast one, especially with the super art ready. Gotta do better than that. They're in range. Crowns them from flatline zone. Player two comes away with the win. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Jumps up. Checks him with the projectile. The jump-in is denied. Throws him to negate the block. Steps in for the throw. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Misses the drive impact. Very solid corner switch. Big counter. We're near the end of the round. Can either fighter pull a rabbit out of their hat here? Holds out with the block. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Player 1 chases him down. KO. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. They gotta make sure not to splurge with that drive gauge and leave themselves vulnerable. Overdrive arts give moves a big power boost at the cost of using some of the drive gauge, so meter management is vital. The jump-in is denied. What'll happen here? Goes with the safe stuff with that target time. Going in, player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Jinrai kick for a mix-up. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. This is the time to use fireballs to chip away at an opponent. He's fighting ahead even with a depleted drive gauge. This is the ideal range to utilize the fireball game. Player 1 is barely hanging in there, but can still mount a comeback using their drive. In there! Player 2 proved to be the victor in that mirror match.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight? All right, first round. What's going to happen? Blocks the jump in. No good up high. They're not going to allow any jump ins. Wow, shut down. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Will they incorporate that full drive gauge they have into their game plan? Looking for a way to incorporate their drive. The command grab doesn't make it. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. Oh, easy tech. Player 2 chases them down. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Intercepts. Slick anti-air finish. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Oh, they were looking for that overhead. Okay, they trade hits. Player 2 did a great job of maintaining their drive gauge during that last round. It's going to be even more important in this next round to keep that up to help strengthen their ground game. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Jumps in. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be this experiencing burnout? Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Scared money don't make no money. Spends it all for the Shinryu Rippa. Player 2 is working with a better game. What can they do with it? Anything off the smash? Reads them. This can lead to some big damage. Knockdown, raw critical. What's gonna happen? Can they create an opportunity? Wraps it up with a throw. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Suma sees the overhead coming. Boito throw. You can't let him close in like that. Jump. Here comes the corner pressure. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Crowns him from above. Player 2 with the rhythm owning that knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Target combo into. This can lead to some big damage. There's a burnout. Player 1 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Take big time whip. Grabs them. Player 1 can't use any drive boost. Gotta play it safe. Thread the needles. Player 2 clinches the win.